I might as well. Hell, drop the top and take a selfie. My car drives itself. I got white girls blushing on me, college girls rushing on me. All my diamonds custom, so they clutching and they touching on me. Think it's vegetables. Think it's audible. It's incredible. I smell like fun. Number 996, and full of fine dime. Beats is still.
Ready to go in?
Ready.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Do I have to?
1, 2.
I've been through a lot today. Okay, so whatever.
Marquita, you got this.
Thank you. Trisha's executive assistant, do you have a pen or a pencil I can borrow? Teresa, do you?
Make sure all phones are on silent.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good one.
Teresa probably does. I probably do in my purse. Does anybody have an extra pen by any chance? Okay, Dave's got you.
Thank you.
Omar, how do you pronounce your last name again?
Just remember Alberto.
Alberto.
Beautiful.
Alberto.
That is so beautiful.
I can't say it like he does, but
I know Alberto.
you know what I'm saying?
Like Fat Albert.
No, Fat Albert, that is not Alberto. Alberto.
Nah, you got it.
Alberto.
By the way, I'm going to say it so I remember later. In the photography world, which obviously you know very well, Justin is just new to it, but his photographs are amazing and his videos are amazing.
Way to
I'd
go.
love to connect you guys.
Yeah,
He's young and really talented.
I was really wondering, like, why is she telling me this?
So I don't forget.
But that was good looking out.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Or
Yes.
am I too close?
Damn,
Okay.
this is sexy. I like how it sounds.
Wow.
I feel like Barry
Can you
White.
pull his mic in?
Very white.
Hey, Dave, you want to take his mic?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Not in
3,
the shot.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Can I do it like that?
All right.
No, not really. All right, let's do it like this. I think I need a book or something.
Okay.
Testing. Testing 1, 2.
Yeah. I'm always right on time, man.
All right, let's give it.
You got this wired with that sexy voice. I gotta get that.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Very smooth.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right. All right, 5 seconds is going in.
What? It doesn't go down. No, I mean, all right.
Trip Digital Radio, Sound Art Expression, your man DJ Journey, Trisha Love, Marquita Monet, Take the Time, Raven Dave, Ashley. We got the whole team here today.
Everybody's here, man.
Indeed, man. This is like our last show before the new year, so let's just clap it up for a
Yeah,
great
man.
team
It's
out
been
there.
an awesome year, man.
Yeah, you guys,
So much growth.
yes.
So many memories, but a lot of growth, man. And we're really proud about what's coming on and how we're
Absolutely.
doing with this new Trip Digital look.
Yeah.
It's awesome, baby.
I haven't seen a team like this since Chicago Bulls 1990.
Hey, man, they ran it.
Scottie, Pippen.
Whoa.
All those guys there.
That's
So,
amazing.
Dream team for real.
Yes.
Dream team for real.
That's amazing.
You know, our guest knows about that too.
Yes.
Man.
But
Really does.
as you know, we're not here for ourselves, man. We got a special guest today.
Man.
And I can think back when I first met this guy in 2005 through his nephew, Sean Antonio. He came to the club with like 8 hot girls.
Yes.
I was like, yo, this dude either pimping or he got some sort of business on the side. And Sean was like, yo, he owns a modeling agency. I'm like, got it. And he looks good. So let's give it up for Omar Alberto.
What an intro. Oh, good. We're taping this because I got to save that. I wish I could remember that.
Yo, I was just a DJ back then, and you used to come and visit Sean at his place, and it was like the best time because you bought the party, man.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a job for me. It's you become, I guess, what you love to do.
Yeah.
And I've always been into talent. I love beauty. My addiction is beauty. I love beauty in all kinds of ways. Men and women. I'm hetero, by the way.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah. No judgment.
It's funny.
You kind of have to say a little bit of that.
No, I do say
Right,
it because
that's
I've been a successful agent in an industry that's very rare.
That's primary.
You have a successful male model agent and you're a straight guy.
Right.
But it's been the secret to my success, I guess.
Yeah.
Because literally most of my clients are some of my dearest friends and partners, and we work together, we travel together, we have grown together. So I love the transition,
Yeah. So let's take it back to the beginning, Omar. I mean, Panama. I mean, did the modeling start in Panama?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Zero. I used to swim for the national team of Panama. I was a swimmer. Fashion was never, not even a word in my vocabulary at all. Zero. I had possibly one pair of jeans, and my wardrobe was what Speedo I'm wearing for the next meet.
Wow.
My towel. I live across the street from the pool, so I live in a pool for literally 9 years of my life. So traveled through Latin America because I went to Colegio La Salle, and we have Colegio La Salles in every Latin country. So I would go spend 6 months in Venezuela, or 6 months in Lima, Peru, or 6 months in Argentina, like that, and exchange a student, things like that. So because the curriculum was the same. So. And then I came to America in '76 to go to Orlando, I guess. Disney World or Disneyland? Which one is Orlando?
Disney World in Orlando. Yeah.
But I got off the plane in Miami, South Beach, and I didn't like it. So I asked for my ticket, and I met a Dominican guy, and he said he was going to the World tomorrow. I'm like, I want to go to the World.
The World.
Yeah,
was
that
a
world?
Club?
No, the world. Latinos, the hip word. The hip word was the world was New York.
New York.
I love it.
I just learned something.
The world, New York. I'm like, man, I want to go with you. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take a bus. So I called my brother and I told him I was coming. He's like, let me get you a ticket. I'm like, no, I'm gonna take the bus with this guy.
Wow.
And I took a bus. Took about, I don't know,
1,000 hours.
Like 19 hours.
Wow.
It was cool. It was a cool trip. Had so much fun, saw the country. I mean, had a couple of experiences that was pretty weird. I was pretty scared because I didn't speak that much English at the time. And went to Port Authority. My brother picked me up.
Yes. 34th.
42nd.
42nd Street.
42nd Times Square. This is the days when Times Square was Times Square, not the Times Square that you guys know today.
Right.
This is where every 10 seconds someone bumps into you. Got them dimes, got them nickels, got them hoes, got them this, got them everybody was selling something, The first time I ever saw a pimp in my life, it's like
Wow.
right in front of my face. It was something like out of a movie. I'm a kid from Panama. I'm looking at this guy in a purple car with a purple suit. He opened the door to these two women, and these women are like, and he's like, keep it moving, young fellow. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But I'll tell you the story because it's very funny. I ended up going to the movie theater that same day because there was a line, and I asked my brother, why everybody standing to watch this movie? He go, it's this big cult movie called Superfly. And it's a double header, Superfly and Saturday Night Fever.
Wow.
So,
oh my God.
So my introduction to America was Saturday Night Fever and Superfly. So I was already sucked up on that jump.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to be priest or do I want to be Tony Manero.
Yes.
So, both cool. But 6 months, I guess 8 months being in this country, I had a life-changing moment that it's what I am about today. stumbled upon a place called Studio 54.
Yes,
baby.
yes.
Yeah, I went to a Broadway show, Zorba the Greek, with Anthony Quinn, with my friend Ricardo.
Yeah.
And after the play, we walked out, and you look to your right, it's Times Square. You look to your left, it's Central Park. We like see all these limousines, and we're like, wow, we never seen so many limousines, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go, let's go see what happens, you know. And we walking down the block, and we see this big 54. And Ricky says to me, "That's the place we saw on the news last night, where like famous people go." I'm like, let's go see if we see famous people. So let's just walk through, and there's literally 200 people outside of this place trying to get in this place.
Yeah.
And Steve Rebell used to stand on top of this fire hydrant, and you know, he created the velvet rope, and you know, he had Matt. Matt was the first doorman before, you know, Mark Benecke, and Matt would stand there, and Steve would go there. And Steve had the most incredible talent to look you in the face and look right through you. You didn't exist. Stop, you're not getting in. You know, and he goes, those two. I go, me?
Wow.
He said, are you coming or are you staying? He was like, you know, flamboyant, like there's no one. And I said, oh, yeah, we're coming. And he gives us 2 tickets, and we're inside of for it.
To the many people who stood outside.
That's like Willy
The
Wonka
chosen
and the
ones.
golden ticket.
For
That's the
sure.
golden ticket.
Absolutely. In
For
New
two,
York.
you know, 2 kids from Panama in New York City. Now you're in the
Yes.
biggest night. You know, like you in the creme de la creme of the world, and
Wow.
you among them, and you have $8 possibly between both of us.
Absolutely.
And you're in.
We're looking around, and we know nothing about fashion or anything like that. We don't know who these people are.
Right.
But I became fascinated with one table because it was so amazing. These people that were at this table, they were such characters to look at, like so diverse. You know, there's this guy with the white jacket and these black turtlenecks who smokes like this. You know, his name is Halston, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You know, there's this short guy with fucked up blonde hair with glasses with this little camera. He's kind of creepy looking. You know, and you know, there's it gets better.
I love it.
So here it is.
Was it Andy Warhol?
Yeah.
What the hell?
You know, and,
He eat his hair.
but here goes the best. So here it is. I'm a hetero dude from Panama. Never been around a homosexual human, anything like that. And next thing I know, I'm staring at this black man on the dance floor because there was probably like 4 black people in the whole place. I'm staring at this guy. He's incredible, dude. I mean, look at this guy. He's like 6'4", beautiful body, black dude, long, lean, tight ass leather pants. He had these black cowboy boots, a beautiful black Elsa Peretti belt with the silver thing, and a white fur jacket.
Whoa.
And he was twirling these 2 women. And, you know, this one is called Liza Minnelli. This one is called Bianca. But I don't know who these people are. Of course, I've just probably seen them in movies, but I'm new in this country. And he takes his coat and throws it on the side. And this black dude picks it up who looks like buckwheat.
Oh, yeah.
This black dude looks exactly like buckwheat. He's wearing cargo pants with paint all over. His hair was fucked up.
Yes.
He had an army jacket on. I'm like, and he's going to the VIP table. And everybody's giving this guy so much love at the VIP table. And he knows all the fabulous
crazy.
and the models and everybody's at that table. And I'm like,
Everybody has an ugly friend.
Yes.
You know who that was?
Just one.
I know who that was, though.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
That's John Basquiat.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jean-Michel. I know Jean-Michel.
Because those 2 Andy Warhol on them, they
Everybody was.
Wow.
Yes. I think buckwheat's cute, though. I'm that weird one. Sorry.
Listen, if you look at it today, it became a fashion statement.
Exactly.
The kids are rocking
Exactly.
the Dickies baggy with paint and, whatever. So I saw a world that, obviously, I stayed all night. I stayed till they threw us out. And we never looked back. I saw a world that I said, this is my calling. This is the world I want to be part of.
So this was all before you began, even step foot on the stage to do any type of modeling.
Zero. I've never done anything like that. Know nothing about fashion, but I saw something that night that woke me up, and I said, this is what I want to do. I want to be in this world.
That's an amazing introduction.
Ricky and I went to Pitkin Avenue in Brooklyn with $15, bought some fabric. No, we bought a pair of pants. Then we bought some fabric. Ricky took the pants apart, cut the fabric, remember how to patch it back together, made me a pair of pants, made himself a pair of pants, and the next weekend we went back to studio.
And the guy remembered you and was like, come
Went
in.
back to studio and never got any problems at studio.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
Actually,
whoa.
I have a horrible story to tell you about all my year. Well, studio was only like 18, 19 months, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one bad experience. I had become a model by then, and I had a girl I was seeing in New York, and I remember her.
Uh-oh.
I had flown to New York. I used to fly to New York every weekend just to go to Studio 54.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you're not listening.
No.
She got stuck on the girl. I'm sorry.
I flew every weekend that I was off to go to Studio 54 from Milan. I lived in Milano. I became a model from Studio 54. I got discovered by a very famous Italian designer who met me at Studio 54.
Beautiful.
He actually tried to pick up on me.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
I felt bad because I'm like, I don't want to mislead you. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
No,
New
it's not
York.
gonna-
That's fashion.
It was a tough night because I went back to the studio. My coat was stolen. My girl left me. My boys left me. I was pissed that night. But anyway,
We get it.
3 weeks went by and I get a letter from his office asking with a American Express, $750 and a one-way ticket to Milan, and said, I will be honored for you to be in my show, be a model for my show. And I'm like, what? Me, model? It's like, that's kind of weird, model. I don't know about that. And my friend Ricky's, well, what are you doing? We're not doing anything. All we're doing is going to the studio, and that's all we've been doing. It's like, you got to go. So I went, and my first casting obviously was going to see him, designer Claudio Laviola, and I went to see him at his studio, and they're all taking my measurements, and I spoke a little bit of Italian at the time, not like I do now, but I spoke a little bit because if you speak Spanish, you have at least a good 35% basics of Italian. And as they're taking my measurements, the women are like, "No, this is not possible. Like this is no, this guy is a freak. Like no way, no." So they say, "Call Claudio, call the designer, tell him he needs to come down here and look at this." And happened that I had the exact measurements as the dummies.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Every inch, neckline.
Shout out to the dummies.
Exactly.
They were made by this company called Golf. I never forgot that. And
I
it
think
was,
that's such a sign. I think things like that
Yeah.
are signs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and they right there. He called the biggest agency in Milano. He said, "You got to meet this guy. You got to see him." And I went to Limache di Ricardo guy. They signed me up, and I did like 8 shows my first season, and then after that, I used to do like 33 shows per season between Milan and Paris.
Fire. What year was this, Omar? Like around what
77,
time?
78.
70s were the years. Yes.
80, yeah. I lived in Milano for 4 years, back and forth, but every weekend I would go to studio. Studio used to cost me $89 because I only paid the taxes of tickets. My dad worked for Braniff Airlines, and my dad was a big executive in the traveling world. So
Yes.
I only paid taxes of tickets.
You had that hookup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
From
alignment,
Malpensa to
silver
New York.
lining.
Yeah, from Malpensa to New York round trip, it was $86.95, something like that,
Wow.
every weekend.
Whoa.
So Omar, tell me this, man. I have a friend that she was like one of the founders of Studio 54. Did you know Carmen DeLacio?
Of course I know Carmen. Yeah.
She's a very, very good friend of mine, man. And that's how I know Studio.
I've not seen her for many, many years, but we have, not only we know each other, but obviously we have literally so many of us in common.
Yeah.
I just missed the opportunity to see the documentary, Studio 54. There's a real
really good.
documentary
Yep.
narrated by Ian Schrager, who was Steve Rebell's partner.
Mhm.
But I didn't get to see it. They happened to launch it the day I was leaving to Panama
Yeah.
because I have Fashion Week Panama. So
Yeah.
I go back to Panama at least twice a year.
My mom used to go to Studio 54 all the time.
I bet
Yes.
She used to teach dancing in New York. So
Oh, I love it.
she was here.
Those,
She'd be in
those were
memory.
special days in fashion. Those were very special days in fashion that'll never
Yes.
come back.
Nope.
But,
Yes.
but
Okay,
you,
we keep it moving.
you
Yes.
just said something. So did you start Fashion Week in Panama, or what is your
Well, we've
coordination?
been doing it now for a while.
Mhm.
It's been going on for like 15.
So you're
years
one
now.
of the people who
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
it. That's amazing.
Along with Physical Modelos in Panama in the city. And I go back every year.
How many years has it been
Since when?
since it started?
15.
15?
Yeah, it's about 15, 20
That's
now.
amazing.
Yeah. I got involved in it about 20 years ago. Yeah. It's possibly even more, because I've been going home since 89. I started going back to Panama a lot and acquired property over there and, started going back every year. And now it's part of my lifestyle now.
Yeah.
I actually want to live there 6 months of the year.
Mm.
In South
Beautiful.
America.
Yeah.
More, but, based in Panama, but I want to spend more time in South America. I love South America.
So fast forwarding, so you land in LA. What year was that?
85.
85. Wow.
Came to LA to work for an agency called East West. East West at the time was owned by David Altman, South African man who at the time was dating the #1 female model in the world, Alexa Singer in the 80s. No, I don't think any female has as many book covers in 1 year than Alexa. I hope I said that right.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you never get the same girl, twice
Yeah.
in cover Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
I think she probably even did like 3 or 4 months, because she was that beautiful, and she was the favorite of Irving Penn and Richard Avedon. You was a photographer. You probably know those names. Those are masters in the in our
Icons.
industry, iconic photographers. And they opened up an agency here, and it was pretty easy because what she did, she recruited another 10 of her best friends that were top models to join this agency called East West. And it was her, Carla Bruni, Monica Bellucci, Lauren Helm. It was all these iconic supermodels, and the agency opened. And then my friend who worked there said, you guys should meet my friend Omar from New York. He's like really great with men. He's making a big name in New York for himself, and he's my best friend, and you should bring him out. And I came out, met them. They didn't like me.
Wow, I love you telling the truth.
They didn't want to spend the money on expanding on the men's division. So I'm like, all good. I was go back to New York, and I was going to work at Elite.
Mm-hmm.
And because they used to be my agency when I was a model. And then I got a call back from my buddy. He's like, hey, I made a deal for us. Just get back out here. I told them, just get us an apartment.
Wow.
Don't pay us any money.
Wow.
And we're good. And watch what we do. And I came back.
I love it.
And for 6 months, I did it the way I knew how to do it from New York, which is the aggressivity of a New Yorker. You get on the phone and you hustle, you bust people's chops, and you just get.
Where's that lion at?
Yeah, you just like, let's do business. Like LA, everybody's kind of slow in LA. You come with New York, fuck you is in your vocabulary every 10 words. So I didn't do too good. My beginnings in LA, it was pretty ugly because people were not receptive to me. My name is Omar. I got a crazy accent, the crazy ass voice. Like, what is this guy? So I wasn't booking any business. So I'm about to get fired. So when my buddy tells me they're gonna fire you,
It's been the topic of conversation.
Yeah, it's been like 6 months. Like, I know what you could do, but they just don't get it. And it's been 6 months and ain't shit happening. It's like, you haven't built that much business, and it's like, and it's true. And it's funny, here you go, Studio 54. There was a very famous video of Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
And that was 80s, later 80s.
The Way You Make Me Feel.
Yes.
The girl is walking and Michael is following her.
For sure.
Okay, that was like the love of my life at Studio 54.
What, the girl or the,
Like literally, that was your girl?
But
Game.
I hadn't seen her in years, and now she's famous. She's like in this video. There's rumors of her and Michael dating.
you think?
There's all this paparazzi going on. Like, I don't even know what's all this I've never seen paparazzi like that. I'm from New York. You don't see that.
Yeah.
And this photographer came up and said, hey, can I take a picture of you too? And takes a picture of her and I, and he goes, what's your name? And I said, Omar. He goes, what do you do? I said, I'm a model agent. And the fucking picture comes out in the newspaper like the next day.
Wow.
Whoa.
And photographer Herb Ritz, the most famous, powerful photographer in the world, calls my office. Now, I've been trying to call this guy's office for fucking 10 years. They'll never pick up my phone. I mean,
But
like,
he calls. Woo,
you don't work with your agency. You know, it was like one of those things. You know, you get used to, you send packages. They don't even look at your models, whatever. And he calls. He says, you know, the reception says, you know, Herbert's line 1. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Herbert is calling me. He's like, I pick up my phone. Hi, which one of you assholes want to play a joke on me? He's like, no, hi, Omar, this is Herb. And I'm like, this is really Herbert. It's like, yeah. And like, you know, I saw your picture in the papers and I think you have a great eye and you have such great style.
Wow.
I've seen you around town with your boys. Funny part about that story is none of these guys he's seen me with are models. None of them. The only one that was a model was Billy Worth. And by this time, Billy's famous. He had just done the movie Lost Boys, a very iconic 80s vampire movie. So Billy's the only one that had fame, but the rest of us were just regular guys. Chris Brancato, who now happens to be the writer and creator of the show Narcos. You know, Chris is my work from back in the day. David Duchovny, you know, we all know each other from New York. So when we're in LA, we all get together. We play ball, we all play basketball together, whatever. So I really don't know what he's talking about. And he says, you know, because I like you so much, I want to send you this boy. I think you would get him. Nobody else would understand this boy. And he sends me this boy. His name is Tony Ward, which even today, in 2018, he's still one of the most famous models.
Yeah, I love the way you are saying these names so humble, Omar. Like you're saying the name so humble, and everyone you're like naming is like iconic. Like,
well, they're my boys. They're my, you know, it's weird because they are iconic, and but you understand, they're my boys. I know them from zero. You know what I'm saying? It's like I met them with like zero.
Oh, and I love
them. So that's why
beautiful.
I said, you know, people sometimes see my posts and they say like my son, and they're like, how many kids do you have? They're like, I thought you only had one son. I said, no, I mean, I have my son.
Yeah.
You know, some of these kids, like the stories behind my male models is really, really a beautiful story. It really is, because last year, all these years in my career, it hit me last year what the trick has been. I never repped anyone I didn't want to be friends with. If I can't be friends with you, I don't really want to fuck with you.
I love
I'm not your bitch. I'm nobody's bitch. You know, so I don't need a client calling me at 2 a.m, giving me your drama. I said, no. I have a incredible relation with my clients right now. I have a management company right now. I'm so in a good groove right now with my clients, because they're all some of my closest friends. We all know 100% of each other. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing, but there's no drama.
Exactly.
I'm not that guy you call and say, hey, I got this famous actor. You know, he just broke up with his management. Can he meet with you? I'm like, nah, I don't want that. But dude, he's the hottest shit. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You know, when you look at Tyrese, I look at Tyrese and go, yeah, I did that. That's my boy. I found that. You know, when I look at Jaimin Hunson, I go, that's me. Yeah, I got that car started. You know, when I look at dudes like Mario Van Peebles, who I've known, me and Mario go back since, you know, New York, the 70s. You know, there's so much history. And it's kind of cool, but you got to understand where my head is these days. I don't live the lifestyle of a person who's 61 years of age. You know, I'm 61 years of age. I don't have the lifestyle of a 61-year-old. I don't know.
You're still in your 20s.
Yeah, you look amazing.
I fucking love trap music, for crying out loud. I'll be out there. He knows that. He'll see me turn up in the club. You know, I play ball in concrete. I smoke weed. I drink. I'm not like the healthiest guy in the world. I hike Runyon Canyon every day.
Okay, really?
That I do.
Okay, well.
I love cold water.
He's dropping jewels for all you men out there.
Yeah.
Get your shit right.
Do my favorite one, which a lot of men don't want to hear about it, but let me tell you, it's the greatest thing. Cold water immersion. I swim in 35-degree pool. I do 3 minutes.
That's where you lost me.
And what it does is wonders. What it does to your body, to the brain, it's incredible. Anyway,
totally.
Definitely.
Anyway, I
Right.
could go on and on.
Man.
So I have to rewind a little bit because you mentioned Herb Ritz, right?
Yeah.
And then we have LA Style Magazine that we brought back 3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm
Let's
you know what?
touch on that.
I'm glad you brought that up because at the time, 85 LA Style was the number one most powerful magazine in Los Angeles.
Let's give it up for the early style.
Trisha, woo! My girl.
So what happens was because of the success of my agency and the photographers that surrounded that area, that period,
Mhm.
Matthew Ralston's, Herb Ritz, Paul Jasmine, these are all photographers that we all grew together.
Mm-hmm.
So LA Style was like our collaboration. I'll tell you, funny enough, and you and I are gonna meet again because this is a very
Please.
touchy thing.
Yes, it's divine.
The best gathering I went to this year was for photographer Matthew Ralston. Matthew had a show at the famous Fahey Klein Gallery this year for his latest book.
Mm-hmm.
So we all got together. We went. It was phenomenal, fantastic. All these people. So Matty looks at me. He says, "You know what? Let's put together a breakfast where we all meet, but we're only gonna do 40 of us that know each other from that era. None of us bring our phones.
Wow.
Wow.
We just gonna fucking kick it like we used to 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it." And it was the entire LA Style bunch showed up. You know,
Wow.
Elisabetta Roggiani, as I said, and Crawford, who was the editor. Michael Lee was one of the art directors. I mean, Raymond Lee in his fancy green suit. I mean, it was incredible. Paul Jasmine walked in. The place almost dropped when Jazzy walked in. We're like, oh my God, we got him out of bed. You know, Paul Jasmine is, God, just the greatest of the greatest, my teacher in photography and to appreciate photography. So you reopening LA Style, I give you props.
Yes.
You have your hands into something that could be something incredible. So that magazine was truly, truly amazing and powerful. Beautiful covers, beautiful editorials, beautiful writing, hip, very, very hip, very hip. Always, you know.
It was nostalgic, but it was still ahead of its time,
Yeah.
and the only one of its kind.
And funny enough, in the modeling world, is one of the few magazines, now that I think about it, that the tear sheets, the photographs that you got out of these magazines were compatible to work outside of LA. LA has never been respected outside of LA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when I had my New York agency, I never really relied on LA editorial. You know, we possibly you look at Detour magazine, and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but LA Style was, you got 6 pages in LA Style, you could go out and book your model and get money.
Mm.
You got powerful tear sheets. Philip Dixon, oh my God, some of the greatest covers.
I say we all reunite and resurrect
Yeah.
Absolutely.
what
Sure.
was and what is today.
Yes.
This is amplifying right now because
Let me tell you a quick story because you're gonna appreciate this. So
We love it, Omar.
the biggest model in the world, and I cannot say his name, but this was back in '85. The biggest model in the world was my boy, and he's coming to LA for the first time to work for LA Style with Philip Dixon,
Yeah.
who's a genius master. So he comes to LA, and we at the time the hottest restaurant to go eat was Cha Cha Cha.
Mm-hmm.
Melrose and Virgil. That was the place to go. Small little dive restaurant. You know, you'll see De Niro there. You'll see Madonna there. It was just the shit. Mario Tamayo owned it, whose best friend was Ann Crawford, editor of LA Style. So we used to live. Oh my God, where am I going with this story? I have so many LA Style stories. You don't understand.
We love it.
This is awesome.
Okay.
This is awesome.
man, I'm smiling out of my face right now.
It's just so much. So
It's so powerful.
you have to understand the family we had. You know, that LA Style family, those photographs, those editorials, you look forward to booking those jobs. Honey, people in LA, agencies in LA hated me.
Yeah.
hated us because we had this shit in like on lockdown, and then we just started getting also photographers of international, power to shoot for LA Style. So it was just those pages, girl. We gotta talk. You gotta meet a lot of these people.
Yes.
That's where I was going.
Wow.
You have to meet them because one of the problems I have with today's kids is not respecting the older or where it came from, how it originated.
Yeah.
Like, educate yourself because don't just rely on Google. Read about it. Go to the museum. Let your brain explore your creativity as opposed to just Googling the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And as I said, LA Style was a very important period in the Los Angeles, in the economy. I mean, that magazine sold like there was no tomorrow. It was tough to get LA Styles, so.
That's what's
Bravo to you, girl.
Wow.
Mm.
So Omar, I know you got like tons of stories, man.
I'm old.
No. This is wisdom, understanding, being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
Man. You're
exactly.
a blessed guy, man.
I feel blessed.
Yeah.
I feel blessed.
This is why it took so long to get on the show, man.
It was meant to be. I had to be here
Take a
to
lot
meet
of
you.
Exactly. That's
He's
right.
just tripping me out
That's
with
right.
his voice. I want to learn that.
How do you do that?
It's a fact. Like, how
So
do
you
you
have an agency. I mean, give him some voice robo.
Exactly.
Come on.
do I?
A good voiceover
You
agent.
got to do the voice, you got the real one.
Good voiceover agent.
Look at that voice.
Right?
It tingles, right?
That's it. I should open up a new department. Voiceovers.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's a big business.
It is.
I wish I knew
It's gonna mean
it.
something.
It is.
I wish I knew it, boy.
So Omar, for the guys that are coming up, what advice would you give a young man like yourself that's coming up through this new industry, this new entertainment industry that's not driven on being at the right place at the right time, is built upon avatars, and being inside of the matrix. What would you tell an artist that coming up now?
This is what I tell.
question.
No, it's not. It's my favorite subject, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Because people say, "What advice do you have?" And this is the advice I give, especially to millennials, because you starting these clients in their late teens, and they're trying to get in the game. So I have good news for them, and I got bad news for them.
Wow.
That's how I start all my meetings. And I said, let me give you the good news. You created a big ass giant world and you opened up Pandora's box.
Wow.
Called it Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you opened the fucking door to everybody.
Wow.
That's the good news. Here goes the bad news. You opened up the door to everyone. That's
Wow.
the bad news.
Right.
So now, the way you make yourself, the word is relevant.
That's good.
Fuck you, how pretty you are.
Whoa. Oh my goodness. That is
Fuck
humbled
you, how
me.
sexy you are.
That I'm humbled.
Because I've seen it. I've seen the sexiest and the prettiest.
Yeah.
They're broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Bring something to the fucking table in whichever capacity you got to do it. Because you guys created this shit. So go get yours. What is it that you want to do? Go get it. When it becomes tangible, talk to me. And then we could grow together. But I'm not building your shit that you started. You started this mess because we had rules.
That's
We
true.
fucking had rules. You ruined it.
Whoa.
Our rules were, you were a model, you have 6 pages in LA Style. Those pages could get you possibly that job for American Vogue or a Condé Nast publication. The better the publication, the more your status grew as a model. You work with the masters, your rate fucking went up. But see, you guys invented this fucking thing called Instagram and say, I'm going to take my own pictures called selfies.
Yeah.
Which 20 years ago, I don't care how hot you are. You walk into my agency, you're not going to make it through the lobby. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I don't know which agency would have accepted watching. Like,
Yeah.
who took these pictures? Oh, I did it myself. Get the fuck out of here. Don't waste my time. Like, go find somebody to take your pictures. So the advice I have to make this round, the advice is bring something to the table. What you got?
Whoa.
What you got? Every one of my clients got something. What you got? You paint? I paint. Don't you want to paint? Paint. You want to sing? Okay, sing. Go get it. Don't worry about the modeling part. Let me worry about that part. I'll find that client that's going to pay money for your look. So fuck that. Let's take it to the next level. Because now I need you to grow those numbers.
Right.
And it's only going to be with the work you put in, not me. We're going to do it together. But the pressure is on you because you created it. So the advice is bring something to the table because the beauty ain't going to cut it anymore. It's impossible because they're all pretty. You're pretty.
It's beautiful.
Don't think about it. You're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty. So why should I pick you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why should I pick you? What do you got? So that's what, so I shut it down quickly in my meetings now. Quickly.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, can I have a meeting? Well, what do you have?
Now they have edits.
I want to.
So
I just met a girl who said to me, I said, what do you want to do? She says, I want to represent brands. In which capacity? Well, wearing their clothes. But that's just a girl, a pretty girl. I could go on Instagram and find 50. And guess what? Out of the 50, 20 might do it for free.
Yeah.
That's another thing millennials created.
It's real.
You fucked it up. You fucked up everybody's money.
yes.
Wow.
And God bless
Man.
the model agencies that are in existence today. There's a lot of, a friend of mine and I were counting last week of relevance in fashion. There's probably like 38 right now. In the 90s, you have literally 10, 15, 38. Everybody's breaking away. This one right here in this building, that's amazing. This is one of the best in the world. It's right here in this hotel. Mm-hmm. Scotty used to work for me. I love Scotty. He's killing it.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different business.
Yeah.
The pages don't, you got to hit with such powerful pages to be relevant. Possibly if you get American Vogue, which I don't see it because American Vogue is a high-end catalog. It's at the end of the day, it's going to be the same girls that have those high following. No disrespect to the models of today, Gigi's and Bella. And hey, I'm glad they're doing their thing, it's just not the supermodel that I'm used to.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you say that, man. And that's what's so amazing about what you've done and what you do and what you brought to the table, man. Just giving that insight and being able to show us, man, where we made that, that disconnect.
Yeah.
But now we want to know where people can connect with you. Where can we find you on your social media so we can start to follow the epic journey that is Omar?
It's easy. Just Omar 4, JUST Omar 4. Just Omar 4 is my personal. I don't. It's all me.
It is
me.
Man, I watch. I watch you every day, and I've been following you ever since we met, just to keep in touch with and seeing what it is. And your life is so amazing, and it's really bigger than just one episode of Trip Digital Radio with LA Lifestyle Magazine. So we definitely want to have you back, man. We got
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I enjoy you guys.
Yeah, we got you.
Thank you.
But before we take it out, Tiz, you know what to ask.
I gotta know, man, just for everybody. And you just put a lot of nuggets and a lot of jewels on us, but we do have to know. We have one question, and I need to know before you go. Omar, what is your superpower?
Love.
Oh.
I love everybody. Yeah, I love everybody. I love every. I'm not mad at anybody. I love every. If you told me this person is an asshole, I'm gonna kill them with love.
That's powerful.
And if I break it down to you, you may want to try it. You want to hear it? Okay. So this is what you do. I equate everything to numbers. Okay. So let's say you are 30 years of age and you just broke up with your girlfriend. Okay. You were with her for 2 years and you broke up with her and you're heartbroken. This goes for either one, girlfriend or boyfriend.
Correct.
So, in other words, you lived 28 years of your life without this human and you were fine. So now you saying that this human came to your life for 2 years and disrupt your life. That tells me you're weak. You haven't lived. You don't have enough in your head or in your experiences to erase 2 years. So watch my madness, the Omar method. Whoever I meet, I'm going to kill you with kindness and love. Why? I may never see your fucking ass again. Ever. So what can you possibly say bad about me? I gave you love when I saw you. Why would you say something bad about me? And if anyone ever says something wrong about me, they'll stand up for me and say, you know what? I met him. He was very nice to me and very kind. So you know what? I don't appreciate you talking about it. So keep it to yourself. Keep it moving. And that's the story of my life. Love. It's all about love.
It's all about love.
Yep.
Well, we love you, man, and thank you so much.
Let's give it up.
We love you.
There it is, Omar Alberto, Trip Digital Radio, and LA Style Magazine. You guys have to get together, and you have to introduce her to everybody at that time.
Yes. Yes.
Kill Trisha with love, and then bring her back to life to run this LA Style new version.
Yes. Let's make it pop.
Trip Digital, LA Style. We'll be back.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, that was excellent.
Smoke till I'm high on the hill. Wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly, I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury, it's my day off, fuck with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. She try to act like she is on my league. But every night she playing on my team. She take it off and put it all on me. She what I want, but she ain't what I need. What I need, yeah. Writings on the wall, but we ain't tryna read it. Talk a lot of shit, but she don't really mean it. Why you so defensive? What you think you Reeves? Always call me out, but let's just call it even. Don't try to act like you like sleeping alone. Don't play the fucking games. I know when I call you, gon' pick up the phone. You know you can stay for the night. I go right, you go left, but you stay on my mind. I do this, you know that, keep me staying alive. Yeah, we dealt with some shit, I'm still playing my cards, and I can't say no. I go right, you go left, but you stay on my mind. I do this, you know that, keep me staying alive. Yeah, we dealt with some shit, I'm still playing my cards, but I can't say no. Girl, you look better when you next to me. You got the sauce, yeah, that recipe. You kill them all, yeah, rest in peace. She come and fuck me, then she wear my teeth.
I used to get so scared of falling hard. 'Cause what if I couldn't get back up? Told myself I'm better off alone. 'Cause knowing me, I'd always run.